Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 Dreamcast review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Fast Striker, which I should mention is version 1.5. If you've never played it before, and you've never even heard of it before, and you're wondering what the hell this isn't a Dreamcast game, well, there's a simple explanation for that. There are some dedicated fans out there who still love systems that are completely dead and obsolete. And this game, if memory serves, came out around about 2009. They've done 3 games overall, including one that just came out in June of this year, 2012. And I do actually own their 3 games, and I've bought a couple other games from a couple other devs that still make for the Dreamcast. So Fast Striker, if you've never played it before, is a vertically scrolling shooter. It's similar to Star Soldier, at least looks-wise and all that. Gameplay-wise, I think it's very unique. I haven't really played anything like it. At the start, though, you get Novice, Original, Maniac, I hope I pronounce this right, Omaki, and then you can go into Config, which config you can choose your controls, and it does actually have the ability to choose short load times on or off, which is weird that it's an option. They should have probably just made it standard, but either way. You can also play the game with an arcade stick if memory serves. I'm just actually looking at the back of the box, because, yep, it is. And it's also got internet ranking via entering a code on their website, because despite these being a little indie dev and all that, they are pretty professionally well done games. I mean, you do get a proper gloss manual, you get a DVD case, not a Dreamcast case, and it does come with full colour artwork and that. The case and pretty much everything's in Japanese, because even though they're a German developer, these games mainly sell more in Japan, so most of it's in Japanese, but all of their games have been in English and Japanese. Like, the manuals and that have had both, is what I mean. Gameplay wise, I think I've only ever actually seen English in their games, so I don't know if there's an option to make the games Japanese, but to be fair, the shoot 'em ups, you know, you don't really need to be able to read anything. It's why they're universally accepted. I've got quite a few Japanese only shooters, and as soon as you find out which button is fire, then you're pretty much sorted. Anyway, let's start off on Novice. Doubt I'm going to show off all 4 of the modes, because there's only slight differences between them, but there are still differences, and it's incredibly cool that you do get the different modes. The reason I said this is 1.5 is this is not the first time it's been released. They have updated the game and re-released it, and that's why it's done 1.5 version. I don't know if they're going to re-release it again, but either way, Novice mode, the whole point is you shoot the enemies, you get to the end of the level, you shoot the crap out of the boss, you go on to the next level, you do it all over again, you collect these stars to get a good rank and scoring system. You've got several weapons, you can basically fire and hold down with, well, what for me, because I've set it this way, is the X button. The Y button is just a regular forward shot, the A button's my backward shot, the B button does nothing at all. The right trigger, when I've got them, activates a shield, so I can just wildly crash into everything, and the stars also magnetically absorb into my ship's body. And that's pretty much everything. It's all I can really mention about the game, because that's all there is. Art-wise and graphics and everything, the game looks absolutely fantastic. There's secrets throughout the levels as well, which is really cool. And, oh, there's one of them shields, so I'll just activate it now so I can be reckless for a bit. As I was saying, there's secrets in the levels as well to get, like, secret jokers, and I have found one of them, but I didn't even know where the hell I found it or what the hell I was doing. It was one of those that it literally caught me off guard. As you might have noticed, you do get more than one boss at times. I mean, there I've just killed the boss and the level hasn't ended. I have to go forward and fight another boss. The levels are actually pretty long. Musically, the games sound absolutely fantastic. I don't know who their composer is, who does their music for all of their games, but I love each one of their soundtracks, so I'll definitely be letting you listen to a little bit of this one. And to be fair, I'll probably do it when I cut into Maniac mode now to show off the differences with that. Right then, that was a little bit of the music. Hopefully you like it as much as I do. Instead of Maniac, I put Omaki on because that's basically uber hard mode, which is why at the top of the screen you can probably see Omaki and 2 skulls. Just as if to like say, yep, this is really hard. So, the differences you'll probably have noticed immediately is the fact that instead of that widespread cannon, I've got this beam, and the beam changes colour when I'm attacking different enemies. And it's just really nice because it does totally play differently, especially the chain system. It's why I stopped firing, and I've stopped firing there because your kills rack up, and every time you stop killing, the chain breaks and it dives very quickly, so you've got to start killing again before you lose your chain completely. And it is like almost playing 2 totally different shoot 'em ups, just with the same levels really, of which there are 6 stages, so it's pretty much standard length for vertical shoot 'em up, only as I say, I do think the levels are a bit longer than usual. So basically, what else can I say about the game other than it's an absolutely phenomenal game. If you've got a Dreamcast and you've been after a new game for a while, you can't get much newer than the fact that this was made about 7 years after the console's death. It is an absolutely fantastic game from a very, very dedicated dev, and I really hope we get a 4th game from them. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.